if there's any more storm like we had yesterday.
Right, and it's just kind of unpleasant to bike in the warmth and the humidity this time of year. We had some storms overnight. Those have pretty much faded off the radar. Tough to pick out from the ground clutter of the Raleigh radar site, but we are seeing a little bit of activity along the coastal plain that's moving farther off to the east and just diminishing entirely. We expect more thunderstorms to develop later today, especially late this evening and overnight tonight. So let's check out Futurecast, and it shows a few spotty showers trying to get going this morning with very little success into early afternoon. Fair amount of cloud cover lingering. That's going to keep temperatures below 90 degrees, but we're still going to reach up to the mid to upper 80s in most locations. Better chance of touching 90 towards Fayetteville and into the Sand Hills. A pop-up shower, a thunderstorm possible at any point during the day, but the better chance of storms, again, is going to head in from the west as we head through tonight. These are going to be a little more organized than the storms that we've seen the past several days, which means they have a greater potential of producing maybe some severe weather. Moving in from the west, Futurecast estimates around midnight. This is one version of one forecast model. That could still go a few hours in either direction. So these could move in already around sunset. They might hold off until the very early hours of Wednesday morning. I think the faster movement's probably a better bet at this point, but it looks like we're going to see some active weather moving through the triangle during the late night hours with the potential for some damaging wind gusts as those showers and storms move through. Then they should be weakening as they move farther off to the east by early tomorrow morning with some lingering clouds left behind, but we are going to see a change in the overall weather pattern as we head towards the end of the work week. It's going to stick around over the weekend as well. Marginal risk of severe weather includes most of central North Carolina. The greater threat is going to be as you head farther to the north. So from the triangle northward, the severe potential is going to be greater than as you head towards Fayetteville and Sand Hills in the southern coastal plain. The greatest threat, these yellow shaded areas just off to our northwest. That's where there's a slight risk of severe weather, which is the next category higher. Marginal risk means we expect storms, a few of which may prompt severe thunderstorm warnings, with damaging straight line winds the main threat. Any storm, regardless of whether or not it prompts a severe thunderstorm warning, will be capable of producing some very heavy rainfall and frequent cloud-to-ground lightning. So we'll be watching for some flash flooding issues as well. Hopefully be able to get through the night without any concerns there because the storms will be moving along at a decent clip. Looking outside and seeing some clouds lingering over Chapel Hill right now, but the sun is going to break through those clouds to at least some extent and help to boost our temperatures, but just enough cloud cover shielding us from the worst of that August sunshine to keep us around what's normal for this time of year. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s right now in most locations. One spot below 70, that is Henderson at 69, so just barely. 75 degrees right now in Fayetteville, 74 degrees in Clinton. We're going to be in the mid 70s still by 8 o'clock this morning with the sun, again, starting to break through those clouds. Warm and muggy by noon with temperatures in the low 80s and a chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm during the afternoon. Mid to upper 80s this afternoon into early this evening, and then that best storm chance moves in from the west and northwest after the sun goes down this evening. Closer to 90 degrees for Fayetteville, the coastal plain, southern coastal plain, and then mid 80s as you head farther north along I-95, and mid to upper 80s common for the Piedmont counties as well, before we see that change in the atmosphere headed our way by the end of the work week. We'll still hit the upper 80s tomorrow. The alert is for the severe weather potential and maybe localized flooding concerns as well. Low 80s Thursday. How about low 80s sticking around for the end of the work week, or lower half of the 80s anyway, with much lower humidity. So temperatures dropping down into the low 60s. May even have some 50s on the map by early Friday morning. Can't wait for that.
I know. I'm so excited. Yeah. Coming from Florida, that is something I am not used to.
Yeah, at least not in the month of August.
Yeah, definitely not. All right, well, this morning, another alert day. We already had a report of some hydroplaning happening.